Phil, do you see a lot of commonality with him as well, personnel? Because he's also the 3.7 GPA, but he went to Colorado State. He was going to be an accountant. That's the direction he was going. And seems like both you guys are, he was an athlete. He went basketball. I think you went football. There's some similarities as well in your personalities.
There is some similarities, but I only notice the differences. I've met Phil before Phil was the big Phil Heath. I remember flipping through the magazines in 2006, NPC magazine, of course, and just now getting into bodybuilding, I'm seeing this Phil Heath guy, and he's got this great physique, and of course he's young, and everybody's talking about him. I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, wow, timing, this guy is coming out right before me. Goodness gracious. And not only that, but I had a forum name or an emo name that I'd made maybe the year before. It's called Brandon's Gifted, and they start calling him the Gift. And it was like, goodness gracious. And he took something that I nicknamed, I was like, man, he took that too. So, had a spotlight on. So I'm thinking, man, I'm making, the whole time I'm thinking, I just got to catch up to this guy, right? So I get on the national level finally, and I'm seen, and everybody takes notice. One of the people to take notice was his coach, Honey Rambach. Mm-hmm. So I work with Honey, and of course, I guess he saw the talent. So I'm thinking, now I'm working with Phil Heath's coach. I was like, man, this is like not even a year ago. I'm looking at him in the magazines, admiring his physique and his success. So then I get to meet him, and Phil has a persona, of course, to the public. A lot of people have opinions, but I meet a shy guy,
You're a shy guy compared to him?
I met a shy guy.
You met a shy guy?
Yeah.
You thought Phil was a shy guy?
Yes. When I met him, I met a shy guy. I met a kind of like a shy guy. I mean, I understand the dynamic a lot of people see him today, but when I met Phil, I think I met Phil first in Hawaii, and I was my wife now. I was out there to help her for a contest. He was guest posing at the event. It was me, Bob Chicarello, Sean Ray there. They introduced me to Phil Heath. And we're standing there, and I'm like, hey, it's Phil Heath. I mean, it's cool, But in the middle of conversation, he disappears. And I'm thinking, where did he go? Like, where did he go? And everybody's like, where did he go? It's like he was kind of shy. And then, of course, when he performed, he was guest posing and everything. He came and posed by me and, did his thing. He's performing. But then I got an opportunity to see him on several occasions. He's always seemed like he was a little bit shy to me. I don't know why. And then in my room at the Nationals, when I worked with Honey, he came in my room. He's preparing for his pro debut. The biggest he'd ever been. He was like, stepped on my scale in the room, he was 270. And Honey was like, take your shirt off, show him what you got. And he's like, no, I can't take my shirt off in front of this guy. And I'm thinking, man, you're freaking Phil Heath, 270 pounds. I know I'm getting ready for a contest, but I'm not nothing like that. So I always perceived him as this shy guy, and that I was kind of, we always had camaraderie and friendly, and I respected him, a lot. I mean, I respect him a lot. I understand the struggle, what it must be like to be the first social media Olympia champion. I mean, that's a lot of learning that you have to do, trial and error, because nobody had ever done it. Mm. And of course, he made some mistakes, and people criticize him for it, but I can't say that I would have handled it any better. I've learned from him what not to do, in a sense. But so I respect the guy a lot, but I've always felt like I've been chasing him, and even to this day, I'm the champ. But I go on record, I still want to compete head to head against him.
You do want to compete head to head against him?
I do, I do. So, I've always wanted to, but I wanted to be ready. And thinking about it last year, thinking he was going to be in Olympia this year, I was trying to get him to just tell me he was going to be in Olympia at the Arnold, because that would have just put me on fire for the Olympia, but it didn't really happen. So he recently showed his abdominals, and I went on record and said, if Phil shows his abdominals, then I'll take him seriously about potentially competing. So now I'm processing this, and I see him show his abdominals, thinking, maybe he hurt me. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm preparing myself to compete against Phil, regardless if he comes to the stage or not. But for me, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing he did show up or didn't show up.
No, it's a good thing that he showed his midsection, because now I'm in the mindset that he's competing, or he's planning to compete, and preferably against me. So
You mean 2020?
yeah, exactly. So that's a good thing for me.